Last time on Flipside,
I think I can land here, no problem.
Gigi's board saved my life.
Holy
You gonna clear the third building?
That's awesome. I don't like waking up at 5 for that backcountry.
That's how you shovel, huh?
this is Flipside, the show that takes you behind the scenes with the Absinthe-Films crew to see what it took to make the snowboard film optimistic. Gigi did some solo missions and some missions with Marco and Bolle. They felt like they had some kind of completion and it was time to go home. You know, it was perfect conditions, it was powder, more sun on the horizon. Some of the most interesting stuff for me was when Gigi was just off by himself riding stuff.
Oh, look at those poles. Get caught in the wire.
For me to ride and film alone gives me the option that I can do whatever I want.
Plant and off. Sick.
Yeah. Okay, bus. Come on over, bud.
I didn't even hear it. If I would have run out to the street, it would have hit me head on.
I mean, snowboarding for me is to ride with friends and to have a session, but when there is filming involved, personalities get staggered up and you get a little bit more tense and pressured. It's not the pressure that you have to deliver the shot, but the pressure to find the spot where you're capable to do something. And when you're the only rider, it leaves all these options and yeah, let's do this. And when you're bored or if it doesn't work, you can go on to the next thing, which is just a couple steps over.
Let's see what we do about that one over there. Yeah, 5. Justin was just laughing about it when I mentioned.
Denver ended up being like a 5-week trip. I guess that goes to show that sometimes your plans might not go exactly as you thought they were. After that, we had reports that it was snowing ridiculous amounts on the East Coast.
New York City airport. The only place to get a good nap was a sushi restaurant. Mike passed out.
We flew from Salt Lake to Buffalo. I grew up in Buffalo, so being able to go back there and bring the equivalent of aliens from space to that kind of community is amazing.
Thank you. We'll use that later. Love those boots. Hey, we're in Buffalo.
And then there you have like Mikey and Benny and EC, and that's a really cool thing to be able to bring that crew back to a town that is pretty far out of the loop when it comes down to it.
What are those? We gotta do another. Oh, I blew my knee out. Oh, God, that. Holy. Are you serious? It hurts! Back at the White House.
I had no more films, so you know, like I had to go back.
So many 50s. Did you think I was shooting a whole movie here or something? Need to find the writing that goes with it, huh?
Droz and Jules decided to leave. Droz had to go, you know, his wife's pregnant.
You're leaving. Yeah. All packed up. Sylvain staying. All packed. He's gonna hold it down.
And Jules had a bunch of contests to do, like extreme contest. So he had to do it because he said that he was gonna do it.
Good to see you. It's snowing a lot in Europe.
I feel like most snowboarders like to go to a place for a set amount of time, you know, 2 weeks or 3 weeks, the most a month. That was really evident in Nelson when everyone started to leave.
Oh, it's sad to leave and it's snowing so hard.
It's the verdict, son. That's the verdict.
There's something I think about the dynamic of the crew in Buffalo. It just flowed over from Denver and everybody was stoked. I mean, people were motivated to do the Gnar. We were hitting this big ledge, and this guy came out freaking out.
Saying that we're gonna sue him if we got hurt, and he was gonna call the cops.
You're watching Flipside, the making of the snowboard film Optimistic.
We were hitting this big ledge, and this guy came out freaking out.
Saying that we're gonna sue him if we got hurt, and he was gonna call the cops.
Had to seriously pay him off, like $50 to not call the cops. So we essentially rented it from him for like a half an hour.
Whoa! And then I got paid. Fell on my ribs and got the wind knocked out of me until I passed out. Came to, and I didn't sue him.
There's a lot different quality to the shots you get, I think, when you're in the city and you've got to bullshit your way through security, through people, get around fences, situations, and then get the shot. Maybe part of it is the rush of dealing with those people.
Sad, we're leaving. Going into that trip, I was under the impression that it was only going to be like a short in and out. I stayed in touch, of course, back home, and nothing would change. It even seemed like spring was around the corner. So I just extended my trip, continued the journey to meet up with the rest of the Absinthe crew. It was more of a coincidence that Nicholas and Terry joined me. They had plans to meet up with Travis to film for his own project. So once we arrived, they went on to do their own thing.
Serious?
What are you doing here, Travis?
Just poaching. Absinthe came here, I figured it was a good idea.
So this year we also had a couple newcomers in our crew. We brought along Hans Ahlund from Sweden, as well as Sylvain Boubesson from France.
Capturing the lifestyle.
Stoked.
It's kind of lighting up. It seems like, look, up there.
Gigi want to do the streets, he says.
Hans' background, coming from Sweden, which is mostly just a flatland, is urban heavy. So first things we did with having Hans out there was scoping like rails and ledges.
Not saying until it's done. Next year's stuff don't come out of my head.
The one spot that we liked the most was the funeral home. Nice artwork around the ledge.
Is that your spot? And Gigi.
Shit trap. Gigi joined Hans, and they both had like a pretty cool session.
Woo! Sorry. I thought that would be a half-hour mission.
Kids came home from school and walked by the funeral home, and they were all stoked, you know. They were like, wow, absinthe-films on site filming, you know, with these guys, Gigi Rüf session in their ledge.
You guys up?
Yo. Morning.
Look at Two's awesome spot.
Alright. Almost ready.
Buffalo's insane because it's that old construction where you can just go down the street, find some random thing that's just tucked away, and it's just super old industrial city that makes a lot of options for people to snowboard on. It was funny because we went to Kissing Bridge, and that's the old place where I grew up, and it's like a 300-foot hill. There's pretty much nothing on the hill for us to do.
Right up in the shit to win it. Never forget it. I'm sick.
You should go to the roof, pillow drop.
In the lodge, there's a off-the-roof gap to a lower roof kind of pillow drop. We're standing outside and just looking at it, and this guy comes out, like the mountain manager.
What are we up to?
We're actually working, trying to get some shots.
We're looking at our roof.
It changed from those guys saying absolutely no to us lying to the security and saying they said yes, and they ended up helping us. Everything works out. Get the shot, a little lie, didn't hurt anyone, and ended up helping us. Not to mention, it's probably the best shot Kissing Bridge has ever seen.
Time. If you put snow like here?
Yeah. The first time I got to actually meet Silva, I was positively surprised about his energy and just a really motivated kid.
Yeah.
Two angles? You need more? But we'll cruise down. We'll run the digicamera for a little bit and hang out.
Probably tow in with your car. That work?
Sure.
Rather than with the big trucks.
Guys like Hans as well as Silva were unique personalities and both really fun in their own ways.
I'm going for some secret presses.
Let me burn some rubber.
We gotta get speed, right?
Yeah.
Did he get enough speed?
I think so, and you were out of the shot too.
We did a tow-in with a car. Eric was in the car driving fast. Everybody was there. It was really cool.
It had a weird feeling, man.
What?
I don't know if I couldn't hear the camera. Because it was so loud in the car. Couldn't really hear it. Like I was like, yeah, no, it's rolling.
Just rewind it and watch it.
You don't know what can come from those Vikings.
Berserkers.
Actually really stoked about our choice of riders that we brought along into this year's movie.
Nice little first successful trip with the accent crew.
Second.
Snazzy gloves.
Did you know this, ma'am?
Oh my God!
Shooting with Mikey for all these years, to see his reaction to seeing the pulley system, and he was just like, damn, why didn't we do this all the time, like back in the day? And I grew up in Buffalo, and the kids there, just like most of those places, they just tell you the whole time how it sucks there, and why would we go there? Then they come out and watch like Mikey get pulled behind a car and launch off the stair. It's like, damn, maybe our zone isn't so.
Mikey Le Blanc is the Michael Jordan of snowboarding.
Seriously blast so far off of it and so high to flat like over and over, where you look at it and think, how is he doing that? It's definitely up to you to decide if your knees can take that.
Yeah!
We met some guys from Freestyle Productions, and they had all these elevated platforms that they built for mountain biking. Looked like there's gotta be some kind of opportunity there for snowboarding. We called and made sure that it was cool. Some friends there that we'd met took us out and showed us where some of these spots were.
Oh my God, Shane. It'll be an interesting day today, but this is a rad idea.
Yeah?
You're watching Flipside, the making of the snowboard film Optimistic.
My very, very last day before I left, we looked for these mountain bike trails and we found this setup.
It was really bad conditions. It was, you know, rainy and slushy, and most people would have just wanted to stay home. Gigi was really amped to go hit some of these elevated platform areas.
This thing is sick.
Since the snow is pretty much crap anywhere else, warmed up the last days. So, got music coming up and get this party started.
What to do now? It was an insane session, and Gigi totally killed it. You know, he just stepped up the level where like nobody could even reach the complexity of the trick he was doing.
Got what I think is some of the most standout shots in the movie. It just shows what kind of creativity is in that kid's head. That really ties back to the title of our film. Are you optimistic about what you're gonna get, or you're just gonna sit home and be bummed that the weather's in the snow? And that was a perfect example of like, just go out and have fun, bring your creativity and see what happens.
Tobogganist. I've been mountain toboggans for... Well, my grandpa started back in early 1900s. Every Christmas we go home, we go out and cut some fresh branches off an old oak and tie a few boards together and, hey, you have a great time out there. It's just been a family thing ever since.
There's a lot of amazing, talented people right now. As far as filming goes, if you want to stand out, it seems like you need to bring something different to the scene. So you've seen rails, you've seen ollies and stuff, but have you seen the binding strap to a toboggan as the dude that looks like an elf launches 20+ stairs?
Not my best run.
What?
See what happens next.
Yeah.
Where to go and so.
Where the snow is. Good. I hope get my flight and everything works out for you too.
Oh man, that's gonna be a sketchy flight. Coming in sketchy.
About 11 minutes out. It's just curious what the weather's doing down there.
You got pretty much unlimited visibility. You got the winds are about 10 knots out of the north.
Here's what the feeling you do top of the mountain.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why, you know, like, why do I want to stay here? The condition's not that great.
Yeah, it can happen quick.
And it can also not happen.
Lautica had been in Canada for a month. He definitely wanted to go home.
Dude, everywhere sucks.
Except
Ah,
Russia.
Switzerland. It's
Russia
good.
is
Oh,
good.
right, except Switzerland.
Russia's good.
And the Russians are saying it's good over there.
No, no.
No, the French are.
His reasoning was that he was going to go to Russia. Like, he'd never been to Russia, didn't know anybody in Russia. Knew of some people that spoke French in Russia that had a heli operation. And I've been to Russia, and I know how sketchy that place is. It's not easy to make things happen in that place.
I think it was time to go home, you know. Justin was putting pressure on me to not go home because the snow wasn't good. But I'm like, you know what? I prefer going home now, take the decision there, and go somewhere else than in Canada, where everybody is right now.
Next on Flipside.
New York City shots.
Here's the abs.
Mike Stryker, nice to meet you.
Look outside, man.
Should listen to the Euro.
Dad, I don't want to do it.
Juno International Airport. I'm gonna do the blasting.